desperately need to reframe your mind, and I'm going to tell you why. You need to change your thoughts in order to change your entire life. Now, let me ask you something. Are you currently satisfied with your life, or are you a little uninspired when you think about it and analyze? If you're anything like me in the beginning, I would have definitely chose the second. That's why in this video, I'm going to be teaching you how to reframe your mind for success. Before I implemented what I'm about to teach you, I was a loser. I really didn't have any control over my life, and I wasn't doing anything special with my life or building anything great. I would just sit there, play video games, waste my life away. I would just eat without intention. I wouldn't really do anything great. So the first step to completely changing your mind, which will lead to changing your life, studying and implementing Stoicism. Now, if you don't know, Stoicism is a philosophy that is thousands of years old. It's one of the best ways to think in life because it will get you the furthest. What Stoicism essentially is going through life without any complaint or resentment for anything, not acting on your emotions all the time. Now, the reason that this is so important today is because not many people are actually practicing Stoicism. That's why you see school shootings, people on the internet arguing all the time, people wasting their time focusing on their emotions. There's no good that leads to acting strictly out of emotion. And just like life, in business or self-improvement in general, not being emotional when you're making your decisions is one of the most important skills to have. A recent example of me even doing this, teaching people like you and focusing on my own business, I had to go and quit my job. Now, if I were to act out of emotion, I probably wouldn't have done that because that's something that is quite frankly pretty scary. Going from a consistent, stable income to nothing and having to build from the ground up to something that's not even proven is something that not many people are willing to do. Now, if you were to implement Stoicism, a lot more people would be doing things like this. This is why you need to implement it as soon as possible, because if you can make decisions without letting your emotions dictate what you're going to do, then you can ultimately make the best decision for that case. Now, the second step is what I like to call adopting the winner's framework. Now, the winner's framework, it sounds all cool, but what actually is it? Take a walk with me while I explain it. So what the winner's framework is focusing only on the desired outcomes, confidence, and of course, winning. Because if you were to focus on failure, what do you think will happen? You're going to fail. And on the contrary, if you only focus on winning and how to win, you will win. It's pretty simple. Now, this reminds me of a great quote that one of my multi-millionaire mentors have told me. Losers will always focus on how they will lose, reasons that they will not succeed. And winners, they'll always try and find the solution as to how they will win. For the winner, defeat is not an option. So I'm sure you could see how this would be so imperative you implement this immediately and focus on finding the solutions as to how you will succeed. The third and final step is acting with intentionality. Not dissimilar to chess, there's always a best move. There's a calculated outcome, an intentional victory. As men, we need to stack these small victories every single day. This is what will lead to inevitably a better life. Now, what do I mean by acting with intention? Because this could go for anything. A few of the major ones in my life are eating with intention, being focused on my diet and what my goal is. Times I go to sleep, how much sleep do I want to have in order to be rested for the next day and build muscle? Times I'm doing certain things, me scheduling my life, how long am I doing work, how long am I seeing people? Everything should be done with intention for a higher goal. Without this intentionality, you will get nowhere with progress, with whatever you want in life, whatever desire, whatever goal you have in mind to achieve. And just as an example on focusing on success, confidence, and the outcome that you desire, imagine you have a business and you're going up to a potential client. You shake his hand, you tell him what you have to offer. You need to visualize that he is already your client and this is just you first speaking to him. You already have the confidence because you've already done the work with him in your mind. You already have the desired outcome, so your confidence will be high. Another example, you're going on a date or cold approaching a woman that you find attractive. In your mind, you're already walking up and getting her number. She's looking at you a certain way with a smile, you're reciprocating it. You already won. And this is generally what I mean by this. You should be going through life every day as if you have already won. That being said, that pretty much wraps up this video. Make sure you act on everything that I said to you in this video, because without action, this is just a waste of time. And if you've watched this far into the video, then you're obviously someone that takes themselves very seriously and wants to learn at a high level. If that's you, tap the first link in the description, because that is my paid mentorship program. You'll have access to a bigger network, my community, as well as one-on-one access to me to learn. But on that note, peace.